everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be coloring the skin and hair of this girl from Hannah Carlson's Daydreams with polychromos pencils. So if you want to see that, please stick around. Alright, hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. And yeah, we're going to color her hair and her skin. I used to, with my videos, like edit in and put in all the names of all the pencils I was using. And I quit doing that because it was taking way too much time to edit. And I didn't like doing it. It was very frustrating. And it took away from time with my family, and so I stopped. But I really wish, I really loved giving you that information and having it on the screen. And I was watching Color and Chat with Sammy the other day, and I noticed, I mean, she's done it for a while, but I've noticed that she had cards that she would just put out while she was coloring. And so I've kind of taken this idea from her. I give her credit. But I'm just going to do the same so that I don't have, so you can still have that information, but I don't have to go back to editing my videos so much because it really wasn't fun. So we have pulled some colors and we're going to color her hair first. Okay. We're gonna do a brown hair. I got requests to do a brown hair without red in it. A dark brown, so that's what we're going to do. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take light yellow ochre 183, and we're going to base coat all of the hair. Get some color down there. Make sure we're just, you know, it just gives us a starting place. We don't have to be all worried and concerned. So that's what we're going to do. Light pressure on everything. Today we're just building up color. I don't think we'll need any burnishing or pressure, so this is a good one to use if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel or just can't handle putting pressure into your hands. I'm going to figure out how to zoom in and still give you the information I want to give you. Okay, we're gonna figure this out, dang it. Maybe I made them too big. Well, good to know now because I haven't finished too many of them yet. I might want to trim them down. Okay. Alright, here's what we're going to do, because we're not going to do all of her hair on film. So I'll just put that right there, and we'll do this part of her hair. That's what we'll do. Okay, there we go, just a nice base coat, nothing too serious, and we'll do this little piece here too. Light pressure, just putting this on. Okay. Then let's go to our next darkest color, which is going to be Bister. I don't know how you say that word. If someone can educate me, that would be great. I think it's Bister. I'm not sure though. Okay, 179. So we're going to take that color. Is that on focus? And we're going to flick in color from the roots of the hair and always moving in the direction that the hair is flowing. That's the most important part. we're just gonna flick in some color. I say this like every time I do a hair tutorial, but I find hair to be very relaxing to color, which is a little problematic for me in filming because I tend to go to become very quiet and meditative, and I'm trying to talk to you and show you or teach you maybe. Yeah, so let's see, what can we talk about while I do this? Oh, here we go. So my husband is a pharmacist, and he has, not that that matters, but he was a preceptor, which means kind of like they bring in students and he's in charge of the student while the student's at the pharmacy. Anyways, so he had a student and they just got on really well, and seemed like a really nice guy, nice family guy, has a nice wife, a kid, little girl, and so anyways, became pretty good friends. He's not a preceptor anymore, the guy's moved on, and my husband wanted to have him over for dinner last night, and which should be fine, you know, you should be able to just invite people over for dinner and it be no big deal, and you know, it's not a big deal. But I have anxiety. We've talked about this before, but we haven't really gone into detail of what that really means or entails. And a lot of my anxiety is stemmed from my it's difficult, like how our family came to be. I have like post-traumatic stress disorder from several miscarriages and one pregnancy loss that was quite traumatic, and then like I never really gave myself a break. We went straight from like those losses into having our son, who is autistic, and so like, and as soon as we were kind of dealing with that issue and that loss as well, and because it is a loss, he's not like other kids, he's not going to do the things other kids do, and can be very challenging to do really simple family things. So we weren't really even fully into that. Like, he was 4 when we fostered our 2 sons and took them into our home, and they have their own trauma that they're dealing with. And so like I never really took the time to rest and to recuperate and to deal with all of that. And so yeah. So anyways, like a lot of times the anxiety is like, I feel like I'm not enough. Like I can't handle everything that's being put on me, and I'm not enough. And like things that are new, such as having people come over who I don't know. Like I'd met his wife once in a grocery store, and I really didn't know him, and they have a daughter, and I don't know, like it should be fine, like, but because my kids are kind of different and that we deal with a lot, and like I just got all weird about it. And there's a chance that she may be watching this, so keep watching because it's better. So yeah, it was a lot for me for a few minutes, and I was kind of in my room. My husband was kind of getting ready, and he makes dinner on Tuesday nights, and so this was a Tuesday, and so he was cooking, and he kind of kept checking me out. He knew something wasn't quite right, and I was just like, I don't know, like I just felt like my heart's beating really fast, and I'm having kind of a hard time breathing, and I'm trying to relax, and I was a little bit stressed out. And of course, like it's always afterwards when I like look back and I'm like, oh, I was having anxiety, you know, like I don't think about it in the time, but I do. And so I like kind of rested, meditated, like, okay, it's gonna be fine. It really doesn't matter. And that's the thing, like, it really doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. Like, okay, so we don't hit it off. We don't get along. You think poorly of my kids. Well, then you're not going to be invited back, and that's that, and I can move on with my life. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal. And anyways, so they came, and it was great. Like, we had a blast. They were so much fun. We had so much in common. Like, it was awesome. Like, I had a great time. I relaxed very quickly into the conversation, into like hanging out with her and him, and our families going, like their daughter and our son that are similar in age, like they were like having a blast, and it was great. And I'm like, why do I have to get so weird about things? I wish I could just like, I wish I didn't have to have that moment of anxiety to go into something that's great, because I don't want to sit and be closed off and not have relationships with the outside world. I wish it wasn't so hard. I don't know. And I wish I wasn't so weird about it. My husband's like, you're not weird, it's fine. Like, we just go through, and it was just a moment, and it's so, you know, but I'm like, man, why can't it just be, it shouldn't be like that. Like, I should be excited to have someone new come over, and this is exciting, and, you know, but it's been like everything. Like, the minute that our not even the minute, but before our son was diagnosed with autism, like things were so hard. Like, he didn't walk at the same time as other kids. Like, he was 19 months before he walked, and he didn't become verbal until he was like 5 years old, and he wanders and he walks on his toes, and like taking him to the grocery store was hard, and women would look at me and scold me because my kid was being different. Or like there was one time I was shopping for a coat at Burlington Coat Factory. I needed a coat so bad, and I took him with me because I didn't have a choice. Like, he was young, and my husband was working, and, you know, like, I can't leave mom, you know, like, I have to take him with me. But he would not leave his shirt on. Like, there was something wrong with his shirt tactily, so it just felt wrong on him. He didn't like it, and I could not keep that shirt on him. I mean, he's like 2. It shouldn't matter. But these 2 old biddies are like whispering to each other about the mom who can't keep her kid in line and keep the shirt on her kid. Like, what's wrong with her? Like, she can't. Like, just put the shirt on him. And I've had older women like tap their toe at me at the grocery store because of how he's behaving, or like moms look sideways at us because he's different at the park, or like, and and then I got my other 2 kids, and I went from 1 autistic kid to 3 kids under the age of 4, all boys, and all with like special needs, because they were adopted from a trauma situation. They had been through so much crap before we became their family. And so I went from 1 to 3 without like really processing or having time to breathe. And it just got even harder. Like, now I'm trying to cart 3 boys into a grocery store because my husband works 12 hours a day, and if we need something, I have to take them all with me, you know, and I would do everything I could not to. But what am I supposed to do? Just be a shut-in in our house? No, that's not. I should be able to take them out in public. I should be able to go to the grocery store and have other moms and women like support me and help me and be a cheerleader for me, rather than like tapping their toe at me and being like, why is this woman so ridiculous? Why can't she keep her kids in line? That one's screaming. That one's poking things in food. That one's wandering off. Like, why can't she do this? And I listen to those voices a lot. And like I began to like say them to myself, like, why can't I do this? Every other mom can do this. Why can't I do this? And so it just became every little thing that we would do as a family, or like I would try to do with my boys, became so hard. And became like this opportunity for people to judge. And I don't want it to be that way. And I learned a lot from that experience. I'm not even coloring. We're gonna flick in some darker color, dark sepia, 175. And, but it did become an opportunity for me to like learn and grow. And like, I have to deal with that anxiety still to this day, that people are gonna see us differently or judge us. And I don't like that. But I look at people so much differently now than I used to. I go to the grocery store like by myself because my kids are finally all in school, and I see another mom struggling with their kids, and I want to like send out a sign, like like I try to say nice things to them and help them, and I try to be so supportive and smile to the kids, and like I just want to like give her a signal that she's not alone, and that, you know, this is hard. And I didn't used to be like that. I used to be a little more judgmental, you know, before I had kids, and especially kids with special needs. And I don't know. I would just encourage you, like, if you're seeing someone who's trying their best, and it might not look like they're trying their best, like it could look like a complete shit show, you know, but they're trying so hard, to just be kind and to be supportive, because you don't know how many times I drove myself home from the grocery store bawling because it was so hard. And like, here we are. My son's 8. I've had my 3 boys for 4 years. And because of all those things, like, I'm still having panic attacks when I invite someone into my home. Like, ridiculous. It shouldn't be that way. Like, we should all be so supportive and kind to each other, and know that we all have stuff. Because I'm not the only one, and my situation isn't the only hard situation. Like, we all have stuff to deal with, and stuff that we have to go through and learn from and grow from. And sometimes those trials are really short, and, you know, and just a blink, and sometimes they're a lifetime struggle. And we just don't know what's going on with strangers. Not to call my mother-in-law out, but I don't think she does it as much now because I've kind of said some stuff, but she used to be really critical of like ladies in the grocery store who would like go in their athletic wear, or like didn't have a bra on, or like you could just not put together. And she'd kind of say something or give a look or something. And, you know, before we had kids and when I was trying to like first get to know my mother-in-law and stuff, I didn't think much of it. Like, I just like, oh yeah, you should like put ourselves together before we go to the store. I mean, how ridiculous. Like, how long does it take to put on a bra, you know? And then now I go to the store and I see someone who's like running in their athletic wear and no bra and kind of frazzled, and then I'm thinking, that could be a mom who has 2 minutes to grab a gallon of milk. That's all the time she had, and it was either put on a bra or go get the milk for her kid. You know, and or that person could have just lost their loved one and they're just trying to cope. You know, like, we don't know the reason. Maybe they're just lazy. Maybe they don't like to wear a bra. I mean, I hate to wear a bra. If I can get away without wearing one, I'm not gonna wear one. Like, maybe that's the case, but we don't need to judge. I'm trying to put this darker color, the sepia, in the shadow areas, and we're gonna use black to even darken it up even more, but I'm still moving in the direction of the hair, and just working that into the shadows. And I'm trying to show you what it really looks like because I have that silly glare. Okay, off of my soapbox, you guys. I'm sorry that I went rambling on. I think as human beings, we need to just learn to be kind for no other reason than to be kind. Anyways, okay. I'm just working this in. Anywhere I think that, oh, it needs be a little bit darker, I'm just going over it again rather than using pressure. I'm just keeping the same soft pressure and just going over it again. Though these pencils work the best that way, by just like continuing to go over and add more pigment that way. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Okay, before we go into the black, I'm gonna back up and do, what is this? Did I use that color? I don't think I did. Did I? I don't remember. I was going on and on. I did not. I'm not going to. Okay, putting that one aside. All right, we're gonna go back to the Bister. Anybody knows that I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this color and we're gonna add it. Put that up there. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this in. I'm gonna go right over the top of that sepia. Then I'm going to just flip it past. Just put a little more of this color in because I don't want it to be too yellow. I want it to be a brunette hair. So there we go. Anyone else out there suffers from anxiety, I'm sorry. And know that you're not alone, and it can feel like it when you're in that moment. I know, like, I'm the only person who does this. I'm so ridiculous. Like, but I'm not, and neither are you. So hold on. It will get better. Alright, I'm just loving this hair. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do I want any more? I really kind of like that we've only used the 3 colors. Maybe I'm gonna just take the same, I'm still using a Bister, and I'm going to add just a little bit, very, very lightly. I'm going to go very lightly with this Bister over the yellow. Be right back. My goodness. So, it was my husband calling. Yeah, so I'm just putting this just very, very lightly. I just want to darken that yellow bit a little bit. but not take it away. So that's what we're gonna do. I feel like this video got very deep very quickly. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Alright, so pretty. Liking it a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to that ochre, light yellow ochre. Get our little sign there. Okay. And I'm going, oh, I didn't go over that spot. Hang on. Back to Bister, if that's what it's called. Okay. Very light. Alright, I'm going to go over all of it with very light pressure. It might not even do a whole lot. Hoping it will like kind of help blend a little bit though. Very lightly. But anyways, I did have a great time with those friends, and I look forward to having them over again. And I'm not just saying that because she may watch this video. I really mean it. Like, it turned out to be a very nice evening, so. And if you can imagine, I don't get out much. I don't meet new people very often. So it was good. My husband says it's always harder to make friends in a couple, because it's like if he likes the husband and I don't like the wife, then, or vice versa, like I like the wife but he doesn't like the husband. It's kind of awful. It's like you're dating in a couple, you know? Trying to find a good match to be friends with you. It's difficult. Okay. Ooh, I really like that a lot. Okay. Let's grab just a hint of black. I don't think we need a lot, but just a hint. I think I'm gonna have to make these smaller. Okay. But it's good to know now before I like have a whole bunch of them. Okay. So I'm going to put this black again using very light pressure. I'm just going to put it in like the deepest, darkest shadow. I'm going to try to... Very nice. Just light pressure, and I'm just flicking. I'm always moving in the direction of the hair. Okay. So pretty. Oh, I love it. So nice. I really like it. Okay. Let's do her eyebrow real quick. Let's use, I like it to be on the darker side of her hair. So let's take sepia. Put it along the bottom. Okay, and then I want to put some brown in there, so let's grab our little lighter brown. So let's grab Bister. And then let's grab that light yellow ochre. And that looks really good, you guys. I'm really sorry about the shine. Okay, there we go. I like it a lot. Alright, I'm going to color the rest of her hair. And then we will keep going. I'll be back. Alright, here is her hair all finished. Took me quite a while to do, but I think it looks really nice. And I think we're going to end this video here, and we'll do skin on the next one. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, that you relax, de-stress, and yeah, just find time to relax and maybe throw some color around. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.